Hey guys, welcome back here to the Mountain Race Series. We're back here once again, here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, as these drivers are ready to go racing here around this very historic racetrack here in Indianapolis. And who will kiss the bricks today? We're about to find out. It's going to be a long race, 32 laps, and a lot of things are going to happen. And these guys are going to have some probably pit strategies that's going to be put into play today to determine a winner. Clean air is definitely a key here in this really long 2.5 miles speedway, I should say, and it's going to be interesting. And for the first time ever in a points event, I actually have a co-commentator with me today. It is my good friend, James McLeod. Thank you for joining me, and are you looking forward to this?
Yeah, of course, because I love commentating, even though I never put out any races.
That is true, but James is here with me today. Whenever you're bored at midnight on Skype, things like this happen, so I guess it's what happens today. So James will be with me today for the commentary as long as Skype allows us to, and his dorm connection down there in Mississippi allows him. We'll try to keep this all together and have a good race. But the points battle, James, this is going to be race 21, and race 26 is the last race before the chase, so these guys are going to be coming desperate for wins and trying to lock themselves a spot up in the chase. So do you think there might be some chances people will take today strategy-wise to maybe pick up a victory for somebody that maybe doesn't have a win?
Well, I'm all but out of it because I'm pretty far down in points.
Hey, you never know. I mean, Tim Freilich, he's a prime example. He was down there in the points, and he has 2 wins, but pick up a win or so, it gets you back in the talk for it.
It can, and especially drivers, especially in my position, you want to be able to pick up these wins, and you want to be able to make your way and gain as many points as possible, and the only way you can do that is wins. With the new wildcard system, it does make it a lot easier to try and make the chase if you're higher or lower in points, but you still got to be able to get those consistent finishes, and with only 5 races left, you need to win races. Now, go out and win all 5.
Now, you're 32nd in points right now. You don't have a win. You did win the All-Star race, but I know it's not a points win. You want to win one this season. Being the defending champion, it's going to be an uphill climb, but you have a 53-point gap to 20th place in the points. That's Charles Jackson, so he could be somebody you're looking out for and everybody else in between, but, it's still a pretty tight battle if you think about it. Some of these guys ahead of you have bad days. If you just have a good run, gain some spots and see what happens, but it's still doable. We've seen crazier things happen, and we saw your performance last season in the chase, so anything's possible. But
yeah.
Anyway, enough of me blabbering. Let's get to the backstretch and actually look at the cars for the first time today. And you look on the front row, we got Michael Norman, the Bristol winner, who's kind of fallen off the face of the earth lately, and he's out of the top 10. He has a win, but I think at the moment he's not a wild card contender. Actually, he's not having one of the spots. He is actually 18th in points. So he's going to have to try to keep himself in the top 20 just to be eligible for that. Outside of him is Joseph Lombard, who's actually been one of the quietest drivers in the series. He's actually in the top 10. He's 10th in points. I don't think anybody actually expected that, but he's been so quiet that not even really been recognized that he's up there. But he's up here starting second. Row 2 has James Qualls and John Dillon, who has 2 wins, and he's in a really good spot to make the chase as long as he stays up in the top 20. Row 3 has Dylan Young, who's just looking to buy a good run today. He starts 5th. Row 8 Vaderview will start 6th, and then you got Andreas Allen, Justin Perry, the Coca-Cola 600 winner, Sean Galligan, and Jacob Lawler round out the top 10. And we had it shuffle at the top of the points last week at M&M's that saw Joshua Collard lose his points lead after getting involved in a wreck. Trent Dunham becomes the new point leader, and he's actually starting toward the back. What do you think Trent's going to do today? He's the new points leader. He hasn't won yet, but do you think he'll kind of play it safe today and maybe just try to bring it home in one piece?
I don't know. We saw in practice, we did a couple test sessions here, and we saw that drivers from back can definitely work their way up front if they have a fast enough car. So depending on how Trent's car is handling, depends on how he'll play that. But I think that if he has a good handling car and if the team can adjust it right, he can definitely work his way up front, and he will, because it's better to get the momentum rolling as you go into the chase.
Yep, we'll see what he does today, but we're getting ready to get this race going. The Brickyard 400 is about to go underway. Let's get that command to go racing. And I didn't get it to go for once. It happens every race you watch them, James. I always see if they're going to do the command. They never do. But
Gentlemen, start your engine.
so we get one from our co-commentator today. James will get everybody going, and they're not going.
Oh, well, crap.
Oh, maybe I know why now. Oh well, whoops. Oh, there it is.
Good job.
Of course, whenever you're here with me, I forget to do that.
Good job.
James is a slut, just let everybody know. And now they're in a rush to go now. Look at them go now.
Oh yeah, they're all running for me.
But as me and James just blabber on, as the field rolls by as well, here's a look at your starting lineup for today's Brickyard 400. There's a look at your starting lineup for today's race. And James said during the time we weren't recording, his pick was going to be today with Dylan Young in the 2. I have no idea who's going to win. I usually don't make a pick, but we're going to stick with that. So we'll keep an eye on Dylan Young and see how he does in today's race. The green flag is out, and we are racing here at Indianapolis.
Alright. Green, 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 and let's see. Michael Norman didn't get the jump that we're used to seeing down on the inside line here at Indy.
Yeah, doesn't look like how it was in the Nationwide Series race. Not really sure, but we'll see how they go over here if they hit the backstretch for the first time today, hopefully without wrecking. And they look like they make it through. Oh, there's a spin in the back. The 15 car's around.
Is it too big of a spin? Yeah. Oh, wow. Trent got some damage in that.
A couple cars. Almost everybody looks like they stopped to avoid the 15. That wasn't as bad as it looked it was going to be. Kurt Morton has a little bit. Silver Fox has a piece of it, the 91. I don't know if Trent actually got damage. Here he is. He looks clean. Him and Hindley both do.
Somehow, some way, Trent makes it past. Sorry, I kind of stole Seth Cole's line there, but
there's a big time gap, though, between those two groups of cars. Danny Wells also made there. A lot of points contenders dodged a bullet right there. But the field has been separated very quickly.
If Trent, I tell you what, if Trent did not get involved in that wreck at all, he made one heck of a move to try and avoid everyone right there.
James Qualls led the first lap. We apologize for not being at the front right there. That was my fault. Dylan Young's leading, but Sean Galligan, he's in that Hall of Fame tribute car. Forgot which wood it was that got inducted, but I think it was Linwood. I'm not sure. Probably wrong. Somebody's going to freak out and tell me that. But anyway, that 21 car is leading. That's a pretty good looking paint scheme, but now here comes the pole sitter back. Michael Norman, who hasn't even led a lap yet. Galligan gets the second lap led, but we still got a great, pretty good sized field up here bottom for the lead, though.
Yeah, I'd say a good 20-car field still up in contention for in the lead pack right now.
Joseph Lombard takes second place back, so we got the first and second place cars, then the starting lineup back up here again. And then we got Andreas Allen back there. He's in the Aurora, Colorado tribute car. He's in third, and then you got the Taylor Swift Target car. That's Pichu London for the first time sporting those colors this season. He's in fourth. James Qualls is now back to fifth. And Galligan's up there where you don't want to be. We saw how dangerous this is in the test race, so you don't want to be up there. We've seen how bad it is, so these guys are trying to try to stay off the bottom, don't they?
I tell you what, that 78...
Or the top, I should say, not the bottom, my bad.
Yeah, 78 of Andreas Allen, I was about to say, looked really, really fast in all the test sessions we've had here. I wouldn't be surprised if he makes his way up to that lead really quickly. Speaking
of the lead, Joseph Lombard just snuck around, and oh, he might not be able to see the 78. Right. He's gone. Oh, there's
a wreck behind him as well.
Steven Zaz is turned around. There's like 4 wrecks going on right now. Oh my goodness, what is going on? You can't even see in that corner. Look at Trent. Look at Trent. Oh, Shaw got in it. Trent got through it. Oh
Trent
my
got
goodness!
Through it, leader, but a huge.
I'm just done now. I'm done. Oh my goodness! What just happened?
This is ridiculous. That had to be the biggest.
What just happened? The whole as soon as you said something about the 78, look, now he's destroyed. Now Andreas is sad. He's very sad now.
This is my fault. I'm sorry, Andreas Allen. I jinxed you.
Oh, and there's Joshua Collard. He's involved. There's Noah Hart, Jack Richards, and
if it makes everyone feel better, I'm in the top 10.
There's so many cars destroyed, and the 20 cars wrecked, of course. If you don't know what we're talking about, well, we're not going to say. That car is bad luck.
Will.
That car's bad luck in
20
Indy,
car.
I'm just saying. And this is going
We
way out
honestly
of...
have to go check and see if that 20 car flipped in this wreck.
Yeah, it's flipped twice in other races we tried this at. Steve Gonzalez has actually continued on after spinning now. He's probably very fortunate right now. And there's Trent. Trent's going to be up there in the top 15 after avoiding so many wrecks. Sean was right behind him, actually just missed the wreck. Let's see where Trent's going to be at.
Hubbard.
Trent is actually in, is it 16th still? Looks like it.
It's
Jacob
not
Lawler's
bad
still
for
hanging around.
Trent right now.
Yeah, he's still doing good. The field is separated big time, though. And we got still a
Another
big
just
pack
one
up
big
here.
train.
They're catching up to the slow car of Seth Cole. Or no, that's not Seth. That's James Silverfox. I failed. I saw a black car. I thought it was him. It's like Silverfox actually.
There's a battle for the lead coming up right now. I think Michael Norman's trying to edge that back bumper of Joseph Lombard right there.
Pichu London back there just peeled off to pit road. He was 6th, or actually he was running 7th. I don't know what he was.
I wonder if he
for.
got any damage, like any slight damage from any of the wrecks. I'm not quite sure.
There goes his teammate Trent Dunham by, but I don't see any damage on that 42.
Well, we were running test sessions here, and we know these cars can go about 8 laps on fuel from.
Yeah, this is only 7.
So.
Yeah, so I don't know. This is kind of early for a car. It still looks like a junkyard on pit road. Rohit Vaderview, I don't remember seeing him involved, but he's in it. There was a lot of cars that got involved again. Whew. I shouldn't say again. The other test race we did kind of went from bad to worse. We're talking about test race number 1. That was really good. And of course, we didn't record it.
That was the one test. See, I told you we shouldn't have done test races.
We were
just jumped right in.
Yeah, but we still got a field going on. But we still have a lot of cars still sitting on pit road, destroyed.
Yeah, I wonder if there was another wreck,
Ooh.
or an almost wreck, because there were at least 10 cars in that lead pack when we last
Man,
checked
Dylan
up
Young
on
and
them.
Charles Jackson are rubbing doors right now. Jackson just retaliated right there on the outside. Now, Charles Jackson came to today's race 20th in points. He's in that very pivotal spot where everybody wants to be at for
full
wins.
car battle for the lead right now. Actually, maybe we should be keeping an eye on that.
Oh, these guys are slowing down. They're here. Oh, it's lap 8. Yep, they're pitting, looks like. Everybody's coming down. That front group has a few cars. Norman, Qualls, Lombard, John Dillon.
Oh,
Young.
James McLeod just
McLeod just snuck by
did
Jackson
there.
for a
Pulled up alongside
spot.
Charles Jackson
He
coming
outbraked him, I guess.
coming on to pit lane. I hope he just doesn't get a penalty right there.
There's Petrie London, who could possibly be the new race leader. There's Jackson, William Duncan, Sean Galligan, Seth Cole. I thought he was actually damaged. He's actually up in the top 10 still, so he's having a good run. There's Trent. Came across the line in 12th. That's been a really big roller coaster ride for him. He's been working his way up slowly. But surely he's actually working his way up.
But like I said, Trent, all he needed to do was charge as hard as he can and get any positions he could, and he made his way up front pretty early, which is exactly what he needed to do. Although this time was kind of via wrecking, but it works.
I'm looking to see where that 42 car was at. There he is.
See, I think he'll be in the lead after the cycle, but the only thing I'm wondering about is that he's a lap earlier on the cycle than everyone else, and we saw that one of the practice sessions, one of the practice races, come down to fuel strategy.
Yeah,
So
he might not end up being the leader because he's back here with these guys. The leader, there's Michael Norman's way up here. Do you see London in the background? He's not even going to make it up there. Wow, that's
London
surprising.
is a tick faster than everyone, but still, yeah, I think Michael Norman got a good jump. Must have gotten a great pit stop because he has a bit of a gap over second place Joseph Lombard right now.
Think about it, though, too. He has that first pit stall, and that maybe made the difference. And a really fast pit stop always adds to that as well. But Michael Norman goes back to the lead right now. Lombard second, Qualls is third, and Dylan Young, your pick, is in fourth. We'll have to keep an eye on how he does. It's a really good paint scheme also. I like to talk about that. That's the, I think that's the 2000 Rusty Wallace Miller Lite paint scheme. Very good looking paint scheme.
Actually, the 1999 paint scheme, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think it's the same, whatever. But Dylan Young, he's running good. Dylan was up in the points actually early in the season. He's doing good over on the Nationwide Series side. He's won over there. He hasn't won over here this season. He had a win last season back at Richmond, I believe, when he drove for Evernham. But since he went to Penske, he was doing good early on. He kind of fell in a slump. He's actually fallen down the points. What would it mean for Dylan Young to actually win a race and actually maybe help himself get back in the championship title picture, maybe?
Getting into that picture is, I mean, you need, like I said before, you really do need to win a race to get back into the title picture. And if Dylan can win this, like I predicted, hopefully he will. But if he can win this, it would be really, really good, and it'll really help not just with getting into the chase, but it'll give him momentum going into it and maybe being successful.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that. I think some other cars actually had pitted. Oh, there was a wreck back here. There's Pichu London. He's off the pace. There's damage on that 42 car. I think something just happened. Oh, whoa.
And another wreck. Wow, that 28 in the
77.
Sanford has scraped that inside wall.
He got put in the
and
wall
almost
right
got back
there. That was interesting.
Almost got back up into Pichu London.
Yeah, that was interesting. I don't know what happened there. Pichu London. I don't know who else got involved in that. Oh, there's Seth. He was involved. He was up there in the top 10. I was wondering why the running order wasn't shuffling that well. It was all mixed up because they wrecked afterwards. Looking around. Let me go back to pit road. There's Trent. Oh, Trent has damage. But he's still running up in 7th. He's still going. All right. If Trent ends up winning this race, I swear.
That car doesn't need to be in one piece as long as
there's Charles.
Get a good finish.
And there's one of the guys involved in the wreck, Charles Jackson. They were really tight back there. It was Charles, Seth, and Pichu, I believe. These guys all have damage. And it looks like we got some guys coming down pit road. I don't know if it's because they have damage. No, it looks like they're actually pitting. Joshua Mudd, I think he has damage. It might be guys that just have damage, but... Oh, and there's Seth. He's out of the race. Wow, I'm surprised he actually dropped out. He only had some side damage. That was interesting.
Or maybe got some of the internal pieces of the car, ripped some of that foam out on the side doors, and we know that the NASCAR rules don't allow you to be running without that foam in the side.
Yeah, that possibly could have been the reason, but looking at it right now, though, Michael Norman, Joseph Lombard started first and second, running first and second, ironically. Dylan Young's actually slipped by James Qualls. He's gotten the 3rd spot away from the 11 car, so Young's up to 3rd. Qualls is now back to 4th, and 5th place is, I think, the... second high, no, well, actually, it's the 3rd highest rookie. Looking back for him right now. There's Daniel Hummel. He's the representation for Evernham right now, running in 5th place. He's hadn't really been talked about a lot this season as well. He had a shot at the Daytona 500, but after that, he kind of fell off. He hasn't really had a lot of luck as he comes up on his wounded teammate, James Silverfox. But this is a great run for Daniel Hummel. There was a little bit of contact with their teammates right there, too. It's a little love tap right there, I guess. I don't even know what that was about, but good to see Daniel running good right now.
I think the best battle on the track right now is for 9th, though. If you can jump back there quick, is I can see that they're within half a second of each other.
Looks like Trent
was good.
Yeah, Trent Dunham's 7th. Aaron Reed is 8th. William Duncan, the 19, is a lap down. I think he was on pit road. But Tim Walsh right now has the nice spot. He was battling with last week's winner, Ryan Acosta, who won his first career win at M&M Super Speedway. So he really helped himself out. Actually, he's coming down pit road. Here he comes. And here comes the 88 as well. Silver Fox is in. And here comes Jacob Lawler, second in the points. Or actually, he's not second. He's 5th in points. My bad.
So the second round of pit stops beginning up here and on lap 15.
There's nobody else.
Where we expected.
Yep. There's a lot of guys toward the back end of the lead lap right now. They're coming in. Lawler, Zohar Martin's also in. Here comes Steve Gonzalez.
I think they're short pitting just a bit in hopes of getting those tires and getting that tire.
Oh, here's a big thing. Now, here we go. Second place is not pitting with first place this time. Joseph Lombard is coming in now. Michael Norman stays out. So maybe this is strategy on the 24th part, maybe to try to get out there and get ahead of the 99. I think they're trying to time it just right where they don't have to pit a certain amount of times. Maybe that's what the 24 is trying to do. Or I think maybe Norman they might try to stretch it a couple more laps. You never know what these guys are getting fuel mileage-wise, though. Ooh, that was close. Wow.
Yeah, we're coming off of pit road. 16 of Ryan Acosta almost preventing Joseph Lombard from entering his pit stall. There we see James McLeod coming off pit road and the 55 of Steven Gonzalez as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good run for McLeod as well. I mean, he started, I think, in the 13th position McLeod is definitely needing a good run. I know it's kind of odd to talk about yourself, but struggling season. He won the All-Star race, being the defending champion. There's a lot of pressure to back that up. I know he would love to get in the chase and get a win, but right now, consistent runs and other people having problems, I mean, this could help him get up there toward the top 20, and maybe that win will come. I mean, it still could happen today. You never know what could happen at this track. Because we know anything can happen.
There are still 6 races left, but he's going to have to work really hard if he wants to get into
coming back to a couple of tracks that he won at Bristol last season. That's a track coming up. Michigan's a track anybody can win at. I mean, there's a lot of tracks. Watkins Glen, that's a wild card kind of track too. I mean, there's a lot of interesting tracks coming up in the schedule for these guys. So we don't know what will happen. As these other guys are already coming down pit road, looking for the 99. And Dylan Young's actually going to beat him off pit road, possibly.
Yeah.
Well, let's see who's going to give way. Who's giving way? Dylan Young. Okay, he was playing courtesy right there. He let Norman get back ahead.
Letting Norman get back ahead by a lot, though, opens up a huge gap.
There's Joseph Lombard. Let's see where he ends up. Norman actually is going to be ahead, I think. I mean, he's going to be right up at second again. Oh, he's going to get the lead. There he goes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's trying to block. Nope, couldn't do it. That would have been a boneheaded move by the 99 if he would have pulled up in front of him. That would have been awful.
Just LePaged. Can you LePage one car?
It would end up probably taking about the next 4 or 5 after I probably would see. That probably would happen, but it looks like their order's almost the same except for first and second place exchange now as Joseph Lombard, who's now the new leader. And,
Lyle back there, 4th as well. I see the 27 back there pitting. That's John Dillon.
And Daniel Hummel's coming back down pit road. I don't know what happened to him. I thought he just came down pit road. I hope it's not a glitch or something. That would be unfortunate. See if he just goes in and out. Yeah, I don't know. It might be topping off. We'll keep an eye on him in the 27. I don't know if the 27 has the same issue. If he does get the glitch, that's a tough break for the 10 car, but we'll have to keep an eye on that. As right now, Joseph Lombard is opening up that gap on Michael Norman, who just had a little bit of a problem with his teammate Brian James trying to get around him, the slow 6 car. But
one thing I'm noticing right now is that Trent Dunham fell out of the top 10. I'm not sure if he's had an extended pit stop. Yeah.
I think what happened, if you look at it, that damage he had is gone now, so you know they probably took more time to fix the damage on that one car. It cost him some ground, but in the long run, having a fast car will probably help him gain some spots back, but he's almost lapped down, actually, so I don't know. But he's still in the top 15.
Steven up behind him.
Steven Gonzalez, I believe, that's the next guy in front of him, 14. Steven has had a kind of a struggle lately. He was up there. He's in 7th in the points, but, you know, we always talk about that. Well, actually, I do, I should say, but still looking for that first career Mountain Dew Race Series victory. Now, you know, on the other hand, how it feels like to win. You're the all-time win list, or the all-time winner, I should say, but I mean, somebody for Steven.
Yeah, all-time win leader.
Yeah, you can also relate to him over the nationwide side because you haven't won that series. I mean, you know what it feels like, but I mean, what do you think is going through his head though whenever he's had so many second-place finishes and just came up short?
Let me tell you, second place sucks. I used to run.
Oh, they just wrecked back there. Was that Dylan Young and James Qualls? They just wrecked. 3rd place, just wrecked.
3rd and 4th.
Oh, Johnson. Oh, McLeod just ran into him.
McLeod hard into the back of Dylan.
And Qualls just hit the 5 car, and just like that, there go 3 more cars up at the front. And we were just talking about it.
I don't understand why the 2 and the 11 went back up the track when they saw McLeod coming, though.
Wow. And just like that, 3rd and 4th place just wrecked. Saw it at the top of the screen.
5th.
Yeah, and 5th. James McLeod, he was instantly put back on pit road. Qualls drove away. Dylan Young is slowly going back with a lot of smoke under that Miller Lite Dodge. Just like that, your pick's out. That's a tough break.
Well, that'll help Trent Dunham out. Get some more positions under his belt.
Well, now look at this though. If something happens to Lombard and Norman though, I mean, the 3rd place now is Aaron Reed. He's 15.5 seconds back, almost 16 seconds back. So if something happens right here, I mean, it's a ball game back there for all those other guys. And like I said, Lombard is a lap ahead on strategy than Norman, so he'll have to pit sooner. At least we think he will.
He'll have to pit sooner, but he'll get the benefit of those tires earlier, and that's what got him the lead in the first place.
Man, it's just a tough break, though. I hate when those wrecks happen. What we just saw with Qualls and Dylan Young, and McLeod just unfortunately got collected in that. All 3 of those guys looking to have a top 5 run today. And look at, man, Daniel Hummel. I think he took some tires. He is flying past these guys. He's going to actually get in between first and second place. Hopefully he doesn't cause any mayhem up here. He's going to slide by Norman, trying to go after Joseph Lombard and unlap himself. Right now he's running he's actually 11th, so I mean he's still running good. Trent Dunham, who's up ahead, is 10th place, and he's actually pitting.
Oh, whoa! I thought he almost got in the side of the 24 Lombard right there.
I think at this point, if I was Joseph, I would just let the 10 car go. He's on a mission, I think. Something must have been a miss on that car because he didn't come back down pit road. Maybe it was a missing lug nut or something. We don't know. I mean, there probably was a problem on the 10 car. Maybe they topped off after all, but he's driving like a madman right now to get back up there. He's actually in 7th place right now. He's back on the lead lap, but he needs a lot to go his way now if he wants a chance of winning this.
Yeah.
But then
you need, what, 7 cars to wreck?
Yeah, I mean, first, second right here is Michael Norman actually snuck by in the process of that happening. Norman's back to the race lead. Let's see if Lombard actually pits this lap and see if he does. Yep, Lombard's slowing down. Here he comes. Like we thought, a lap 23, 24 is pitting. Norman continues on.
I wonder if this will work out in his favor again, where if he gets those tires earlier, he'll be able to get back right in front of Norman.
Now let's take a look who's in third. Look at third and fourth place here. Tim Walsh and Aaron Reed, a couple of drivers that came in late in the season. Well, they didn't start the season, but they got rides through replacements. Good run for both these guys. They're coming down pit road, running third and fourth. Great run for these guys. Fifth place just went by. That's Tim Freilich. We talked about him. He has 2 wins, and I mean he's trying to work his way to the top 20. He gets in the top 20, it's going to kill everybody. It has either no wins or 1 win. And that 17 car has 2 wins. He can end up still making a chase out of all this if he has a good run today. I mean, look at him. He's in the top 5.
Yeah, and get a few more runs like that with those 2 wins, and maybe even if he picks up 1 more, he'll be in prime contention for
3 wins.
Wildcard spot.
Yeah, if you have 3 wins, I mean, that's basically a guaranteed lock. Speaking of going back to the front, looking for the 99. He's on pit road. See if Joseph Lombard's already left.
24 right now, yeah.
There he is. He's over in turn number 2 as Norman's on pit road. There's Trent Dunham. He's still surviving. We saw Collard. He wrecked. Danny wrecked. A couple guys up at the top of the standings. Sean's been involved in the wreck. Jacob Lawler, I think, is still out there in the track. See, the 56 still in the race? Actually, there he is. Lawler's running 15th. He's 5th in points. Richard Johnson, I think he's in the race. Let's take a look, see if we can find some guys. There's Richard Johnson. He's 23rd. Kurt Morchnik is next.
He doesn't seem to have that much damage.
No.
Johnson doesn't.
There's Kurt. He's running 9th. He's still in this race, surprisingly. Seth we saw drop out of the race. He's 9th in points. And Lombard is 10th. So, I mean, not many guys in the top 10 are staying together in this race. Oops, there's Michael. He's going to the leader. And right now, it's going to come down between the 2 guys that started on the front row, Michael Norman and Joseph Lombard. And here comes Lombard. Norman's going to have to... I think Norman's actually going to be in better shape this time. Again, probably having that first pit stop really helped him out.
Oh, no. Oh, Lombard's coming. I can see him speeding.
I think Michael's just barely going to keep the lead. I think he's going to throw the block on him. Looks like it.
Lombard tried to make that high side work with the draft. Didn't quite work in his favor, and he'll line up right behind Michael Norman coming up pit road.
Well, we still think we're going to have a good race for the lead, though, regardless. We're under 10 laps to go. And
wow, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I didn't think we were actually going to have a good race for the win and stuff, but I guess we are. But especially first and second place, and they're racing each other pretty clean if you think about it. See, that's what a lot of guys haven't done today, what Michael just did. He just let them go. He's staying with them. It's just those 2 racing man-to-man for this win. There's no point trying to take them out.
Maybe.
I mean, there's no point in taking each other out for the win or even battling for it. I mean, that's what happened earlier. So, I mean, these guys are showing a lot of respect to each other, especially on the racetrack. And their good friend Daniel Hummel's right in front of him again, the 10 car. We'll see how that plays out. Daniel was kind of rough with them earlier.
Behind the 2 leaders is that 38 of Aaron Reed.
Yeah,
I haven't talked about him too much today.
Yeah, Aaron Reed, he's a former chaser. He's actually gotten the chase, I think, a couple of times, actually. I think he got in once. It's been a couple of seasons since he did that. He's always been at Robert Yates Racing, surprisingly. Like, here's how it is. He's always drove the 88 car before this season. That car went to Hendrick Motorsports because it's a Chevrolet now, driven by Aaron Williams. Aaron Reed actually did not make a start for the first time in the Mountain Dew Series history. He's been here since day 1 until the season's Daytona 500. He didn't get back in until, I think it was race 4 or 5. And he got into the 38 car, which is a Robert Yates Racing car. So he didn't leave his team, technically. So that's crazy how that happened. It's a long relationship between a driver and an owner.
But yeah, if you think about it at this point, if those two leaders have any problems whatsoever, Aaron Reed is in position to capitalize on that.
And he's pitting right
Although
now.
he's pitting now.
Is any of the other leaders pitting? Doesn't look like it. Oh, there's other guys before him, but maybe this is strategy. I mean, we can see him make up a lot of ground if he does like a short stop right here. Because they didn't pit too long ago. So maybe he can try to just get some gas. Let's see what he does. Let's check. Let's see. Oh, they're going for left side
He's going
tires.
left sides only.
They're filling in.
Trying to get a bit of grip on there while filling up. Now, I'm thinking, with that 24 of Lombard coming down one lap earlier than Michael Norman, will that come into effect? Will Norman be able to stretch it, is what I'm talking about.
I'm not sure. We'll probably have to find out soon, as we're going to keep the camera right here. There's Trent Dunham back there. He's pitting. I think Trent, he's actually a lap down. Actually, he's 2 laps down in 14th. I don't know how he went 2 laps down.
To fix some damage.
Yeah, apparently. Waiting for the leaders. There's Tim Walsh. I think they actually are by because Tim's in 3rd. These guys still haven't pitted yet. I don't know. 38 car taking a chance, I think. I mean, they have nothing to lose. They're not in a points battle. Oh, did they wreck up here? There's an 88.
I saw smoke.
Aaron Williams. Looks like he's in trouble. Michael Norman's gotten away from Joseph Lombard. I wonder if that happened right in front of the leaders. I don't see any damage. Man, Lombard lost a lot of ground.
Something must have slowed him up because he was only 2/10 back last time by, and that's going to definitely change.
Let's see what happened up here. Does Michael Norman actually cause this? We're going to just do this live while it's going on. Oh! Oh,
yeah.
That's what happened. 99 did force the 88 up there and right in front of Joseph Lombard. Man, that was a close call. We have some guys coming up pit road. Ryan Costa, Steven Gonzalez. But yeah, that did really cost Joseph a lot of time. Look how far he is. He's up to speed still. So that's the good news for that 24 car.
I think he kept his nose clean. He just had to slam on the brakes to avoid hitting Michael Norman.
And we're coming to the line actually.
Jr. right there.
We're coming to the line this time by. It's going to be 2 laps to go actually. Just looked up. Joseph had to pit. Here comes the 24. Now will the 99 be able to make it?
Now, I don't think the 24 will be taking tires here, so he won't have that advantage. Only thing he can hope for is if Michael Norman tries stretching it and runs out of gas.
There's Tim Walsh. He's coming down. He's 3rd place. Now give this up to Tim Freilich is actually going to become 2nd place driver now. There's another Roush car, 1-2 at the moment. So that could be interesting. Can these guys actually make it?
What's amazing to me right now is there are only 6 cars on the lead lap.
I think Michael Norman's going to go for it. I don't see him actually trying to pit. It looks like he actually is. He is going to go for it.
No.
When you have a 20-second lead, though, I mean, and he's desperate for another win. He hasn't won since Bristol. So the white flag's out for the pole sitter, who I was actually surprised that the pole sitter is actually in position to win this. Man, we have to keep an eye on, though, he doesn't run out of gas, because anything can happen. Let's see where Freilich's at. Did he stay out, or is he's still coming off the corner? Freilich is staying out. Joseph Lombard is in 3rd place. Zohar Munn's pitting. Where's Lombard? He's going to be a lap down behind the leader. So Michael Norman looks like he's got this in the bag at the moment. He looks like he's slowed up a little bit because the 10 car pulled away, so I think he actually is slowing up a little bit just to save. But it looks like
turn 4.
He's going to come down and he's going to get it. Michael Norman from the pole is going to pick up his 2nd career win of the season. And Michael Norman takes the Brickyard 400 here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Well, I guess it did work out for him.
Yeah.
And here comes his teammate, Tim Freilich, who is desperate for a good run as well. Already a 2-time winner. So Roush is going to go 1-2 today here at Indy with Norman and Freilich. How about that? It looks like we're going to have 3 cars on the lead lap. Daniel Hummel's going to end up 3rd in the 10 car. Wherever he's at, there he is. He just has to come back around. Wow, I didn't expect that to happen. That worked out perfect for him. He's going to get a 3rd place finish.
It's actually a really good thing that he got back in front of those leaders earlier on. Make sure he stayed on the lead lap and got in that 3rd place, like you said.
Joseph Lombard ended up 4th place, a lap down. So only 3 cars will finish on the lead lap today. And there's the winner of today's race in that Aflac Ford. Michael Norman from the pole will win here at Indy. His 2nd win of the season and of his career. Dylan Young had an oil pump problem. That's a new one. I don't think I've seen that one before.
I haven't seen that one before.
That's an interesting one. I'm not surprised by that. I think everybody's crossed the line now. It says complete. Well, that was an eventful race for sure. We basically caught every wreck that happened, mostly, so we really don't have much of a reason to go back to show replays, but that was still a very unusual race, I guess. I don't even know, but we didn't get the clean race like we had before in the test race, but that always seems to happen in my luck. But still a interesting race still. We had some good race points and stuff, and somehow the pole sitter did pull off the victory, so go from the start to finish, first to first, I guess. So good run for Michael. But that was still fun to watch, though. Don't you agree?
Yeah, that was really fun to watch. I mean, that battle for the lead up until maybe that 2 or 3 laps to go, Lombard got held up by
And then the 88 wreck, yeah.
Aaron Williams. Yeah, but
That was
still a really
interesting.
good race for the most part.
Yeah, we saw a lot of people take hits in the points, probably for sure, right here that had a bad day. But Trent Dunham survived to end up 13th place. He ended up 2 laps down, but we talked about at the beginning, playing maybe the safe route today. He did get some damage. They probably took the time to fix that intentionally, but 13th place, I think they'll take that, considering what happened to a lot of the other guys that actually wrecked out of the race. So Trent probably got out of this pretty clean, I think.
Yeah, I agree. That's exactly what he needs. He just needs to make sure he does not fall out of the top 10. Build on those runs, or look at the positives of each day, and it's looking good for him heading into the chase.
And he was up already 1 race on 10th place, who was Joseph Lombard. He was 54 points up. Now that gap might actually increase a little bit with some of the other guys that fell down, because I know Joseph's actually probably going to go up. But I mean, he probably still has a race cushion. It doesn't mean that he's guaranteed in, because he could go and finish last the next 2 races and be right down in there, at the bottom of the top 10. And he doesn't have a win. So all these guys are getting 2 wins now. Are going to be hogging up the wild card spots, it looks like. So he has to be careful. And like I said, nobody's safer at this point, I don't think. And there's just another prime example. Even when you're on a hot streak like Sean Henley was, he got involved in a wreck. He was out of the race. He was way down there. So, and Collard, who has been strong all season long.
Cold.
Yeah, Seth. I mean, and point out Collard in particular, because he's been probably the most consistent guy all season. He came here second in the points, and he's wrecked the last 2 races. He's finished right down at the bottom. I think he was like 39th last week. He's ended up 38th. I mean,
It's not going to help him in points at all.
yeah, I mean, that's what I was talking about. That's going to kill him, but the only thing that probably is going to save him, I mean, look right there around him. Danny, 3rd in points, was right ahead of him in 37. Sean, 4th in points with 36. That's ironic. I mean, those guys right there took hits in points. Seth came in this race 9th in points. He ends up 28th. And then we saw Charles Jackson. I know he's not had a win. He's not in a wild card spot, but he's in the top 20 before this race. He finished 27th. I mean, it's still going to hurt a lot of these guys. It's getting ready to get to the point where these mulligans can't be accepted anymore, and these guys are going to really lose chances at getting in the championship battle. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. But like I said, only 22 guys finished the race. Richard Johnson, one of the guys that salvaged the run, he was 8th in points. Actually, no, he wasn't. I lied. He's 6th in points. But
I mean, a couple people we didn't talk about all day made it into the top 10. Daniel Day didn't talk about him or Kurt Mordernick at all.
yeah, those guys definitely needed a good run. Daniel Day picked up his first win over in the Nationwide Series recently, so I mean, he needed that run, so that was good for him and this 22 team that's kind of went through a lot with the new driver after Dom Capps was released. Kurt trying to get his way. He's actually 8th in points, so Kurt really helped himself out today. So Galligan, good run for him in 7th. Aaron Reed ended up 6th. Tim Walsh had to give him a hand in 5th place. Jacob Lawler kept his nose clean. He ends up 11th. John Dillon doing what he has to do. I mean, it's getting a tight battle for that wild card spot. And I'm telling you, the X Factor could be that 17 car that finished second, Tim Freilich. Now, he had a bad couple of races after he won his second race back at Coca-Cola, I believe it was. It might not be Coca-Cola. Wherever he won his second race. He came in this race 27th in points, but I think he's going to be right up there close to the 20th spot. Michael Norman, he's 18th in points coming into today's race. He has 2 wins now. John Dillon came in this race 12th in points. Now, I don't know if he's going to be in the top 10 or not for sure, but he has 2 wins. So, looking at those 3 guys right there, they could play a crucial factor in who gets wild cards in this race, but we don't know until we get to Richmond, so it's going to be interesting.
Everyone
for sure.
in that top, or everyone from 11th on back is just praying that they stay in the top 10.
Well, I think that's it for today's race at Indy. Michael Norman picked up his second career win here in the Mountain Race Series. congrats to him and the whole 99 team. I want to thank James for helping me today. It was a long process. I think we tried to do this for 2 hours because we had problems. But
yeah, it's been 2 hours at least.
yeah, it was fun though. Maybe we can try this again if connections allow us to do that. But we both have to go. Well, I have to go to sleep. He doesn't. He has no school. I do, of course, because I suck, I guess. But
Yeah,
this is what happens when you do a race right before 2 o'clock in the morning. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's race. Again, thanks for everybody to watch. Remember to comment, like, subscribe, and keep up the series. And stay tuned for the other series as well as the season continues to wind down and the chase grows closer and closer. But again, from me and James, I hope you guys enjoyed today's race. One last time, congratulations to Michael Norman and the whole 99 Roush Fenway Racing team on the victory today here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway as they all line up to kiss the bricks. I know he'd probably be licking the bricks, but I don't know. But anyway, I want to say goodbye, and James, you can let us hear what you have to say to close the deal.
I have things to say. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. You should subscribe to me on YouTube, even though I don't post stuff. Cool?
I'll probably put his channel in the description, but I'll just say he doesn't do nothing. But anyway,
I never post things anymore.
I'm going to say bye, and James, you say whatever. So, bye, guys. I'll see you guys next time.
Peace out. Everyone's up. Like, I can hear people in the hallways.
You're supposed to be singing. Still recording.
Yeah,